licked like the side of my boob, and I was so freaked out. I couldn't look at her. It wasn't even pleasant.
Here's what's weird. I have
wasn't turned on at all.
I have 4 dogs. Here's what's weird is when that's happened to me too, the lick. But when it's giving me a goosebump, like they do a lick and I go, oh my God. I just
when you liked it.
I didn't like it, but it's just a physical thing that happens or like they start to lick your neck a little and you're like, hey, and now
And then they start to pull your underwear down. You're like, stop it.
Well, that's a weird involuntary reaction. Her breath is really bad, so even when she gives me like kisses, I'm like, okay. Oh, when did you have fish? Like, who gave that to you? It's really bad.
She's a sweetheart. She just like sits
God,
there. It's
seriously.
like the nicest dog ever.
There's very little DNA separating her from a throw pillow.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much her. And because she's a small dog but not yippy, men like her.
Now, when you were growing up, did you have a lot of animals? I mean, you were from Texas. Where did you grow up?
Like horses and steers?
Yeah.
No.
No, you went to private school. You were a rich girl.
Damn straight.
So, was your plan to move out right away, or could you have stayed at home forever? We were talking about that, people living at home for a very long time, or is that your goal, just to get out of the house?
No, this isn't, what is that, Princesses of Long Island or whatever that horrific show is. No, I just went to college. I went to Emerson in Boston, and after Emerson, I just moved to LA. I was just like, I'm going to be funny for a living.
How did your parents take that news?
My parents are so proud of the fact that I'm a comedian, which is difficult because it'd be better if they weren't. That way the act would be better.
Right.
And more angsty. They're borderline competitive about it. They're both very funny. I'm not allowed to say which one is funnier. And it's funny because my dad, they're divorced, but my dad is very into the fact that I'm in show business. So I think he considers himself a bit of like a show. He'll be like, he's from New York. I was in show business for many, many years. And I'm like, you played in the Jay and the Americans cover band at the JCC from like 1976, 1977. It's not show, but okay. And so he always calls me like, how was your meeting? Did you meet Adam Sandler? I'm like, he wasn't there. But I did pass Kevin James on the lot. He's like, did you tell him about me? I'm like, I didn't flag him down.
Yeah, it's like your dad.
He loves to be involved, so that's great. They're both very.
Well, he was in showbiz.
He was in show for many, many years.
That's his connection to you.
It is. It's